What's going on, everyone? Today we're talking about a sick day in Calgary, actually. It was not a million degrees below Fahrenheit, which was sick. It was definitely a rideable temperature, and we had a really cool spot. We actually had two spots that day. The first one was at a church, and it's this red rail. It's a down flat rail. And I saw Tanner Davidson do a 5.0 on it. Really, really sick. But I'd never seen anybody go sideways through it. The reason being is there's kind of a tree that overhangs, so you kind of have to duck under the tree, and it's also right against the church wall. So to do a board slide on it or a front board, whatever, your nose or tail is like maybe a few inches from the wall the whole time if you want to be squared up in the middle. So that was going to be like the biggest challenge. And that's kind of why I was like, oh, a switchboard slide on this would be really, really cool. It's also like a really steep down and a really, really gnarly flat, so you can see the board flex if you're trying to board slide or front board or whatever. I was really lucky on this one because I tried to jump on the rail a few times, and I fell to the outside of the rail technically, which would be inside the wall and the rail, and that was like really scary. I was okay on that one, but the board slide, or the switchboard slide rather, came really, really quickly. And I was stoked on it because it's exactly what I wanted, and that like never happens. It was right in the middle. My nose didn't scrape the wall. I ducked under the trees. The flex was there. I brought it back to switch, so I was really, really hyped on it. It like kind of worked really quickly.
Yeah, dude. We freaking did it. We got this bread.
Dude, the bread.
And then we had another rail in mind, and that was this huge quad kink with this like flat at the end. It's been 50-50 before in the SRD videos, but I was trying to switch 50-50 it, and I was kind of riding high. I got this switchboard slide. I was stoked on that clip, and I thought, you know what, I can switch 50 this rail. And guess what? I couldn't switch 50 that rail. That was an absolute time for me. The first down was really short, and you kind of had to go pretty slow because the kinks were aggressive, so you couldn't haul into it and like, you know, take it with speed. You had to go slow to get on the first down, and like ollieing that slow with a switch ollie into a switch 50-50 on like a rowdy rodeo rail didn't work out for me. So I was kind of being a little bit of a baby and getting onto it and going to the outside like a bunch of times. Then one time I committed, like I was like, I'm gonna go for it or I'm gonna fail, and I bailed. And I got bucked really violently. I made it to the end on my feet. I was okay, like not on the rail, but that was a terrifying experience, and I kind of knew at that point, I was like, not one time have I jumped on this rail and been in control. Every single time has just been like a take me now situation. So I decided to walk away from that one, but it's easier to walk away from a rail when you already have a clip that day. So I was hyped on that switchboard slide. I was not dead after the switch 50-50, and that's a very successful day. So I was stoked.